those belts tight. You're watching the Bolt Grand National Series.
Ready? Green, green, green.
Only on Legends Racing Network.
Hello everyone, we are looking live here at Michigan International Speedway for race number 8 of the GNS Bolt Racing League. As qualifying underway right now, on top of the board is Leonard Williams. He's the fast qualifying for right now. We have only 40 seconds left in qualifying. Josh Arnold second, Nick Hapiak in third. It's a 2-mile racetrack, like I said, Michigan International Speedway in Brooklyn, Michigan. It'll be 60 laps, 120 miles for tonight's event. Should be a fun one here. Pretty big track, drafty track, similar to Daytona and whatnot. Kind of Indy Daytona mix. Some draft, but also you gotta have some lifting involved here. Right now, watching Casey Wygant on the racetrack right now. There's about 10 seconds left in qualifying. So, can anyone go on top of the board ahead of Leonard Williams? Bunch of drivers on the racetrack. We got Casey Wygant, Nathan Lehman on the racetrack right now. He's gonna cross the line. He's looking to improve his lap time. Doesn't look like he will improve at all. Lane Myers, he's on the racetrack, stopped on the back straight of Casey Wygant coming off of turn 4. The only driver to have a lap right here to count. He's gonna cross the line. He does not improve. And that's going to be it for qualifying for tonight's race. Is Leonard Williams, pole position on top of the board, the 38.775. We'll take a quick rundown of the rest of the grid while these drivers are pacing. But last week's winner, Giovanni Klein, wearing P number 10, outside of row 5. He had a really dominant night last week. Out of 104 laps, he led 101, so only 3 laps not led by that one machine. So he's really dominant last week. Starting 10th this week, and he maybe go back-to-back here the Bolt Racing League. He'd be the only, not the only driver. He'd be the second driver to try to go back-to-back, as Bobby Blowers went back-to-back at Phoenix and Homestead. He'd be the third driver to have 2 wins on the season. Casey Wygant and Bobby Blowers being those 2. Grading underway right now, as there are 18 drivers that set a lap time during qualifying. So we'll take a rundown of your order as the way right now. So here we go. Let's take a quick look at our starting grid for tonight's race. As I mentioned, Leonard Williams on pole position for tonight's race. The 38.775. Outside of him is Josh Arnold in second. Only 13,000 separate the top 2. In second row, Nick Hapiak in third. Michael Morgan in fourth. Johnny Kite in fifth. Casey Wygant in sixth. Freddie Floyd seventh. Nathan Lehman eighth. Cole Steiner 9th. Giovanni Klein last week's winner, like I said, in 10th. AC Ellis 11th. David Anderson 12th. Bobby Blowers 13th. Tristan Bayer 14th. Greg Pillar 15th. Ronnie Ayers 16th. And the last row on the grid is Lane Meyer 17th and Jimmy Mink in 18th. rounding out your 18 car field tonight. As pace car right there in the background pulling off down pit lane. Drivers doing this one pace up around the 2-mile racetrack. And we'll take a quick look at our weather for tonight's race. And it's a pretty warm day here in Michigan. 74 degrees air temp, not crazy warm, but track temp though 105 degrees, and it's only gonna get a little bit hotter throughout the day. It's partly cloudy, but it's 2:04 p.m. in sim time. But it's only gonna get hotter once that track heats up with all 18 of these drivers running the racetrack and putting the rubber down and time increasing throughout the day. So expect the track temp to go up a little bit. We can see the history of the track temp right here, the last 30 minutes. You kind of see its top one with the white. It went up slightly at the beginning, kind of stabilized, went a little down. So it's been about 100 to 104 throughout qualifying the past 30 minutes. Or during this session, I should say. So Lyndon Williams gonna lead us to the green this time by. Actually, I believe it is Lyndon Williams' first pole position of the season. I do remember. On pole position for the first time this season is that 8 machine Dale Senior, kind of a paint scheme replica. It's not going green this time. Getting extra pace stops for these drivers. And one thing to note, stage caution on lap 25, and fuel is very close. It's 50% fuel for tonight's race. Only 4 tire sets like usual. So fuel, from what I've seen, was about 20 to 25 laps. More likely than not, you can go 25 laps. But with this extra pace lap here, this could really play a factor. As you guys see, a few drivers on the apron saving fuel. I think it's Donnie Kite in the background, the 2 machines saving some fuel on the apron. There, and Brady Floyd doing the same thing behind him. So drivers are already saving fuel on these pace laps, so they know how important that fuel number is for that stage, as top 5 gets the stage points like usual. And the last drafting track we were at was Las Vegas, and that was won by Brady Floyd, who's starting in 7th place. And the track before that was Indianapolis, which is probably what this track will be the most. It's kind of a mix of Indianapolis and Daytona, kind of, with a long back straightaway, long front straightaway, kind of like a Daytona shape, but races like Indy. But you guys also have multiple grooves. It's just a very unique racetrack. It's the only racetrack that we see gonna be just like Auto Club, which is finale. So if you do well here in Michigan, and you make it to the finale at Auto Club in a championship hunt, you do have a chance at in that championship, since it's such familiar racetracks and basically pretty much identical, just obviously very different characteristics, bumps and whatnot. But pace car lights are off and we're about to go green this time by. Green flag is out. We're racing here at Michigan. Leonard Williams, a good start, clears Josh Arnold up the racetrack. He goes. We're in that second group, but here comes Nick Kapiak on the inside lane, all the way on the yellow line, as they're almost 3 wide for the race lead, and they are 3 wide for the race lead. Down the back straightaway they go, as Arnold and Leonard Williams side by side. Arnold on the bottom, able to clear Williams into turn 3 and 4. He is clear for now, but Williams has that top side. He's going to use that momentum off of 4, try to get rid on the front straightaway. Looks like Arnold will lead lap number 1 as they're side by side throughout the whole pack, and we have a 3 wide action back there. That's David Anderson side by side, Bobby Blowers, Nathan Lehman. That pack there, as they're all sort of spreads out middle, top, bottom. Any lane that you can really run here at Michigan is usable, really. Now another battle for the race. Here comes Leonard Williams staying inside Josh Arnold, fighting back for that race lead. Inside lane he goes. He's going to clear Arnold. Watch for the crossover, though. It looks like Leonard Williams stuck it. He's going to take back his race lead and lead his first lap of the race. Continue to battle in the mid-pack here. Devontae Klein, 7th. Brady Floyd side by side with him. And on the very outside lane, I believe that's David Anderson. Casey Wadgen behind Brady Floyd right there. That's kind of the top 6 have single filed out for the most part. The battle for the race lead still continues up front though. Josh Arnold and Leonard Williams keep swapping these positions on these back straightaway. As Arnold's going to lead through turn 3 and 4, but can Leonard Williams slide job his way past the 22 machine. Arnold nudges ahead down the front straightaway. He clears Leonard Williams briefly in turn 1 and 2. Leonard's going to keep the bottom, but Arnold's going to shut the door and give him a lot of dirty air. That sends Leonard Williams way up the racetrack. As they're 3 wide now for 4th place. Cole Snyder, Nick Hapiak, Giovanni Klein, 3 wide now. As they're about to have 3 wide behind them. So here comes David Anderson and Tristan Bayer on the outside lane, that 5 machine. Hectic racing all throughout the field right now, as there's still 3 wide through turn 3 and 4, coming down the front straightaway. There's Donnie Cat on the outside lane there. He gains some draft there from Cole Snyder ahead. He clears them. Now it's double foul between Tristan Bayers and David Anderson. But Josh Arnold still continuing to race out of this race lead. As looks like Leonard Williams got on the outside wall. As good slow his momentum. Here comes Giovanni Klein, Cole Snyder, and Michael Morgan. As they're 3 wide now for second. And Cole Snyder going to take second place. Giovanni Klein, Leonard Williams side by side. And here comes Michael Morgan out to the bottom lane. 3 wide for 3rd place. As Leonard Williams going to side draft Giovanni Klein down the front straightaway. But that might allow Michael Morgan to pull up to him. No, it looks like Williams got a draft from Cole Snyder up ahead. And now Josh Arnold pulling away a little bit from the rest of the field. But he's still in drafting range right now if these guys can work together. Now he has about half a second lead over the rest of the field. As we continue to look here, Rodney Ayers is gone by Brady Floyd. Floyd falling back quite a bit. He started 7th. He's down to 12th now. As here comes Lane Myers, Jimmy Mink, and others. Spacey Washington also falling back quite a bit. Rodney Ayers getting checked up a little bit down the front straightaway. Not sure these guys are saving fuel. I talked about how close that fuel number is for that stage caution. And looks like Brady Floyd might just be saving fuel as he's really checking up him, Pacey Washington, and Rodney Ayers, and a few others. Kind of just staying in the back here and saving the fuel. That could be a strategy to give them some stage points, as if these guys are pushing really hard up front early, they may not be able to make it fuel-wise to the end of the stage. With Josh Arnold out in front now, Cole Snyder and Giovanni Klein going to work together to try to get up to that 22 machine. Arnold was really good at Las Vegas, which was the last drafting track that we went to with the big spoilers and the low horsepower. He got pole position in Las Vegas, and he looked really quick for most of the race. And now he's continuing his quickness here at Michigan, as now he's been caught though by Cole Snyder and Giovanni Klein and a bunch of other drivers as they single filed out, and now they're catching back to our race leader. It goes down all the way back to Michael Morgan in 8th place. So 8 drivers right now, all within 1 second from our race leader. And you see a few packs right there from that stat camera. How there's about 3 packs. It's the first pack, the middle pack, and like the last 4 pack is just kind of, like I said, it's kind of just gonna be like a pack race. We kind of saw this in Indianapolis, you know. The packs kind of race each other pretty hard early on. They kind of spread out a little bit too. But I think there's gonna be a little bit less spread at, here in Indianapolis, especially with the stage caution here on lap 25. Like I said, a few G drivers will have to be making some pit stops here. They don't save enough fuel from our fuel calculations that I saw from iRacing. But here comes Cole Snyder, Giovanni Klein. Big run through turn 1. They gotta take it. He looks high. Cole Snyder to the top side now. You see all these drivers using different lanes, and as here comes Leonard Williams. Oh, almost some contact between him and Giovanni Klein. There might have been some contact between him and the 1 machine. But here comes David Anderson now. And don't look away. Here comes Cole Snyder. He's just going to push Josh Allen, and they might work together to try to pull away from the rest of the field. As David Anderson right on the top side. Tristan Bayer also on the top. So here comes Donnie Kite also in the top side too. Javon Kite back on the back bumper of Cole Snyder. I think these top three just kind of pull away. Gonna try to pull away from the rest of the field. Let's go on board with Giovanni Klein right now, last race winner. See what he's seen. See how much they're lifting throughout these corners. Trying to see how much they're lifting these corners. Quite a bit. A lot of it might be due to dirty air, but here comes Cole Center now. Going to the inside. Josh Arnold use a little bit of side draft on the back straightaway. And he's going to clear that 22 machine pretty easily. Arnold really on the bottom lane now. As Ronnie climbs to the top side. Going to clear Arnold. Arnold down pit lane actually. And I was just talking about this. Some of these drivers will not be able to make it down to the end of the stage. They don't save enough fuel. It looks like Josh Arnold is going to split the stage up in half. It's a smart decision from our race leader. He's the first driver down pit lane. As now Giovanni Klein going to try to clear Cole Center. Blinks up for a second. He clears him, but here comes the crossover from 24 machine. He's going to tuck out behind that one machine. He's going to try to suck up to him. See if he can work together. These two drivers have worked together quite a bit early on this race, his first 13 laps. They work together to try to get up to a race leader. Now they're 1-2 right now. Very soon they're going to have to pit here in the next 7 or 8 laps. There's Donnie Kite on the outside lane behind him. Bobby Blowers. He's going to get around Leonard Williams as the pole sitter. Falling back down to 7th, and he's going to get... There's a big pack behind him also. Michael Morgan half chops his nose off there. But here goes Pacey Wygent. Right now is our second in points. This is looking to the inside now of Leonard Williams. Here comes Lane Myers, also going to make it almost 3 wide. Oh, some contact between him and Williams. Up the racetrack they go. They'll slow him down a little bit. Here comes Greg Pillar and Casey Ellis behind them. Donnie Kite and Tristan Bayer also battling for a 4th place position. Going on a lot of battles throughout this racetrack right now, as everyone just so close together. Here goes Blowers now to the inside lane of Tristan Bayer, as Donnie Kite up to 4th right now, but Blowers might look for an opportunity to make a move here, as Kite really catching up to David Anderson. As Anderson really running the top side is just so interesting to see how these drivers kind of what lanes they run when they're all by themselves. As you kind of see the top 3 kind of just pull away from the rest of the field. And they're all kind of just running the top side right now, not really running the bottom. I mean, and you see other drivers like David Anderson. As soon as I said that, into the outside wall, and that's the risk from running outside lane. As Donnie Kite up to 3rd right now, as these guys are really catching up to our top 2 right here. As Cole Sanders, Giovanni Klein still 1-2, but here comes David Anderson now to the inside of Donnie Kite. Kite got to send it through turn 3 and 4. Got to try to clear David Anderson off the exit of the corner. It looks like Cole Sanders coming down pit lane. Will anyone follow suit from that 24 machine? Looks like he's the only driver going to come down pit lane. Will he settle up between him and Josh Arnold? I think he's through coming off of turn 2 right now. Cole Sanders just down pit lane, so we'll keep an eye on that and see where they cycle out. Will they be ahead of Josh Arnold? Now right now, Giovanni Klein, Donnie Kite, right now 1-2. As there's a big pack behind him as Tristan Bayer. As here comes Pacey Wygent now to the bottom, 3 wide for that 4th place position. And Lane Myers on the top side there. As Donnie Kite side by side ahead of them for the race lead. Giovanni Klein holds on for now. As Pacey Wise going to try to get around Justin Bayers at 6th place position. Here's him to Lane Myers right behind Bobby Blowers. Blowers kind of behind Anderson, almost give him a little shove to turn 1. A little bit of contact with I mean, it was Leonard Williams and Greg Pillar side by side down the back straightaway. And one thing to note, you're going to see a little bit of side drafting here at Michigan. Kind of like you see at the super speedways like Daytona and Talladega. You can side draft a lot easier. It's Giovanni Klein. What a crossover move for him. Knight got to the inside lane. He moved up the racetrack a little bit too much, and Klein takes back his race lead. But here comes everyone else. David Anderson, Lane Myers, and Bobby Blowers to the party. Oh, that was very close for Blowers. I think he got into the outside wall there. I think he brushed it. Didn't slow him down too much, though. And now he's 3 wide for 5th place. It's Pacey Washington getting out of the inside lane. Saw him earlier making through that move, but now 2 wide for him, between him and Kristen Bayer. As right now, side by side for 2nd place. Here comes Lane Myers on Donnie Kite. As we're coming about 5 to go for the stage. How many of these guys can make on fuel? I talked about earlier, already people down pit lane as Cole Sander is about 6 tenths ahead of Josh Arnold, or 17th and 18th. How many people can make on fuel? So Pacey Wygent may have been saving some fuel. Though Brady Floyd been saving some fuel. Rodney Ayers and Jimmy Mink, they're about 7 seconds back from this lead pack. As still side by side for the race lead, Donnie Kite and Giovanni Klein. As Kite really sends it through turn 3 and 4. We saw a crossover move from Giovanni Klein earlier, but Klein will go hold up to the top side. As other drivers, I think one driver looking down pit lane. No, doesn't look like it. But still, side by side for the race lead as Klein clears Kite. As here comes Lane Myers. He's going to have a run on Donnie Kite. As Pacey Wygent now looking inside for 3rd. Wygent making his way through the field right now. He might look for the race lead here off of 2. And it looks like he's up to 2nd place. Pacey Wygent up to 2nd. Can you make a move for the race lead on Giovanni Klein? With 5 laps to go for the stage. Inside goes Pacey Wygent. Looking for the race lead. As he's not really side drafting too much on Giovanni Klein right now. A lot of drivers on pit lane. Lane Myers, Tristan Bayers, Williams on pit lane. Those 3 drivers that work together on the pit lane and see how quick they are when they're off pit lane on the racetrack. As Pacey Wygent now takes the race lead from Giovanni Klein. As here comes Donnie Kite now. He also clears Giovanni Klein. Klein gets stay behind Knight. Will Knight look for the race lead on Pacey Wygent? No, just give him a shove into turn 3 and 4. Looks like Giovanni Klein down pit lane. Following him is David Anderson right there in the 35 machine. How many drivers have saved enough fuel to make it to the stage? And I'm not sure exactly. I thought Pacey Wygent was saving a little bit of fuel, but he raced his way all the way back up to the race lead. I think he was all the way down to 16th, 17th place area at one point. Looks like a lot of these drivers are taking splash and dash. 5-second pit stops for most of these drivers. Some taking fuel and tires. Pacey Wygent on the bottom lane here. We look for the pit stop. Doesn't look like it this time by. As Donnie Kite down pit lane right now. As Greg Pillar is now side by side for the race lead. Greg Pillar looking for that stage win. As Nick Hapiak not too far behind the points leader. First and second the points right now. 2nd and 3rd. As like that 1st place now is Pacey Wygent holding on strong to the outside lane. He's going to clear Pillar off of 2. But does Pacey Wygent have enough fuel? It's not just about having enough fuel to make it to the stage. It's also having enough fuel to make it down pit lane after the stage caution comes out. There's Brady Floyd up to 5th place. He saved enough fuel, it looked like. Michael Morgan and him work together there. Pretty ahead. But here comes Pacey Wygent off of turn 4. And it looks like he's got enough fuel. He's going to win the stage here at Michigan. Pacey Wygent, your stage winner. This is Greg Pillar 2nd. Nick Hapiak 3rd. Brady Floyd 4th. And Rodney Ayers is going to be 5th place in the stage. As there is the stage caution. Do these drivers have enough fuel to make it back to pit lane? It's going to be really close for these top 5. And 7 drivers did not pit there. Jimmy Mink, Nathan Lehman, Rodney Ayers, and Bray Floyd. Those are some of the drivers I talked about saving enough fuel. And Casey Wygant. So these drivers kind of hanging back there at the beginning of this race. Saved enough fuel. But do they have enough fuel to make it back around? It looks like they don't. They have to enter the closed pits. That's going to give them an EOL penalty. Oh, Pacey Wygant loose under braking. As everyone got the coming out pit lane, looks like Nick Kapiak stays out. Brady Floyd stays out. Rodney Ayers stay out. Jimmy Mink stays out. And Nathan Lehman stays out. So Pacey Wygant and Greg Piller down pit lane. That's going to give them an EOL penalty, end of line. So during the, after the stage caution, after everyone cycles through the pit lane, they're to start in the back here. Which, I mean, we saw how easy it was for Pacey Wygant to go from the back to the front. I don't think that's too big of an issue there for him, but the track position still matters a little bit here, especially with the tire wears. It takes 4 tires and full tank of fuel, obviously. As it looks like maybe Nick Kapiak out of fuel. He's getting a push from Tristan Baird. So if that's how close it was on fuel, though, as Brady Floyd now takes the race lead. He's going to be the first one down pit lane once they catch a pace car. And it looks like Rodney Ayers, Jimmy Mink, and Nathan Lehman, they have enough fuel here to make it down pit lane legally. Actually, looks like Brady Floyd might be out of fuel right now. And I think he might be coasting, actually. Yeah, it looks like he's out of fuel right now on fumes coming down pit lane. Everyone's probably going to come out pit lane here. Pit lane is open even though the red lights are there. Who will be the first driver off of pit lane? Oh, looks like Nathan Lehman hits the inside wall there. Not sure there was contact, but misjudged pit box entry. We'll take a look at that. Greg Plur goes off the race already. But a few drivers taking splash and dash, it looks like. As everyone just cycles out, we'll kind of see where everyone cycles out here in a lap or two. As Greg Player, your race leader, but remember, he does have that UL penalty for hitting too early. So I think Bobby Blowers will be your race leader. Interesting to know he had a 9-second pit stop last time by, so I don't know if he took right sides only there, but it'll be interesting to see. As that gets all sorted out, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back for the green flag.
Push past all the pain that you're going through. It won't last if you move how you wanna move. Get lost in the work that you gotta do to be someone better. You can grow into something new. I could be anything that I set my mind to. I do what I need, I can push right through. Fight through those things that are holding me back from the life that I like to have. I'm like, give me time, I'll be just fine. You thought I was worth leaving behind? You're out of your mind. I'll come back better than ever, no matter Watch out, fear me now. I can get real mean, I can get real green, got me hawking now. I don't forget those things, don't hear me loud. I focus on myself, I focus on my health. The greatest revenge is building up yourself. Your life and your drive, building up your wealth. Becoming something better than you've ever felt. If you got dreams that you're chasing, the fear in your life, stand up and face it. Ain't nobody coming to help, you're all alone in this world, in this life, embrace it. I know it might seem hard, it might seem tough, it may sound rough, but this state of mind will get you through a lot of stuff and keep you accountable to stay strong when it's tough. No help, I do it by myself, couldn't even tell it, I've been through well. But on the other side came a soldier, much bolder, standing broad shoulders. Step aside and give me the controller, I came here to win, I don't lose, high roller. I wanna be the best in the game, yeah I came to play and invest, stay colder.
As we're back here live at Michigan International Speedway. Right now, drivers doing choose coming this time by. Had a delay in green due to all the lap traffic. But Bobby Blauer's going to be your race leader right now. He's choosing the inside lane. Cole Sander in second. Donnie Kite third. Josh Owens fourth. And Giovanni Klein rounding out your top five. And let's take a quick look at your most positions gained so far this race. Bobby Blauer with 12, Lane Myers 10, Ronier is 8, Jimmy Mink 8, Cole Sander 7. As Pacey Wise now pit lane again. Remember, him and Greg Puller have the EOL penalties. They will be starting the rear of the field. But they did get 1-2 in the stage, so risk versus reward, you know, I mean, it could, I mean, you get 5 extra bonus points, you know, and I think Pacey Wise showed he had really good speed. Even in the mid-pack there, even in the back, he can make up some spots here, even with the dirty air and whatnot. Michigan's such a wide racetrack. We saw how many people running the top side, middle lane, bottom lane. So many lanes to go off of, and you can really make anything work. And it's basically a pack race through most of the field. A little bit more single file than a Daytona or whatnot, but it's definitely a pretty big pack race. Probably basically a mini Daytona, if you would say so. Bobby Blauer sees a 2-time winner this season at Phoenix and Homestead. So, can you make it 3 times here at Michigan as he leads the green here, lap 30 and halfway through the race. Side by side for the race lead now. Bobby Blauer, Josh Arnold. Arnold on the inside, Giovanni Klein. Those two worked together pretty well earlier in this race. Cole Sander also worked well with those two drivers. As here comes Cole Sander, look to the middle lane, but Blauer's our race leader. Oh, there's a wreck in the back. Brady Floyd around. As him and David Anderson up the racetrack they go. They keep it off the wall. They keep it straight, and they stay green. Not sure what happened there. Looks like Bravely got turned up the racetrack. I'm not sure if he came down on someone. It looks like he just came down on, I think that was Nathan Lehman on the inside lane. And also, other contact, David Anderson and someone else. That was a separate incident. That was Casey Ellis. Looked like he was trying to avoid the wreck and ramped to the 53 machine of Ellis. And so they save the race cars and they keep it green. But it's really unfortunate for David Anderson and Brady Floyd. There was a lot of track position there. We go back up to the race lead. Giovanni Klein, Josh Arnold side by side for first place. Klein getting big side dragged by Josh Arnold right there. As here comes Donnie Kite and Cole Snyder working really well together on the front straightaway to catch up to these top 2 drivers. As here comes Klein, as Arnold blocks the bottom lane. He looks like he really prefers that bottom lane, as Klein kind of prefers his top lane. I saw us at Rockingham. Klein really liked the top lane in Rockingham, and maybe he just likes the top lane at most racetracks, but Arnold really defending that bottom lane, as he really, I think he prefers it really in his big side draft again. But here comes Cole Sander. Well, let's do the side drafting. That was Snyder to get a run, but he's got to think the better of it. He's going to stick to Giovanni Klein. Remember, those 2 drivers worked really well together in the first half of this race, and I think they're going to try to work together and try to pull away from the rest of the field. What kind of split them up was that Cole Sander just kind of pitted randomly. Him and Josh Arnold pitted really early in that run. I think Arnold pitted lap 12 and Snyder pitted around lap 16-ish. They pitted pretty early and kind of left out Giovanni Klein. Those top 3 really worked together in the first half of this race. Will we see these drivers work together again and try to pull away? But we still have one more pit stop left with 27 laps to go. They still have to make one more pit stop in this race here, and it can be really anyone's race really in the top probably 12 or so, and even further on back 15 really, as Nick Kapiak off of turn 2 right now, is we have kind of 2 separate paths, but we saw last time that they can really close the gap pretty quickly no matter where you are on the racetrack. As Cole Center sideways got bumped from Lane Myers on the entry of turn 4 or turn 3. And that caught Cole Center completely sideways, but he saves it. And they're going to try to work together to try to catch up to these top 2 again. But no one's really able to get away here with the high downforce package. And it's just hard, really hard just to pull away from the rest of the field. Down the back straightaway they go. This pack consists about of 10, 11, or 12 drivers. 10 drivers, Ron Ayers and Jimmy Mink right there. 9th and 10th right now. Behind them, Leonard Williams. Kind of all by himself in the 11th place. Just teetering on the edge of this pack right here. He's got to try to slowly catch up to this pack ahead if he wants a chance at this race win. So I think if you want a chance at the race win, you got to pit with these leaders. It's kind of like a super speedway, like I said. Kind of got to pit with the group and try to work together and use the draft to your advantage. But it looks like Arnold really controlling this race. Him and Giovanni Klein and Cole Sider have really separated themselves. Once the green flag hit around lap 12, they're 1, 2, 3. Now they're 1, 2, 3 again here on lap 36. As it looks like it's a little bit less racing than we had in the first half of this race. Fell off 3 wide, 2 and double 2 wide action throughout the whole pack. But it's mostly single file right now. A little bit of side-by-side action, but not really too much. These guys, I think, kind of know that they're in for a long haul. They have to pit one more time, and they just got to stay up here. And they just got to nail their pit stops. As Lane Myers looking inside of Cole Snyder now. For at 3rd place position, Myers going to maybe side draft Snyder down the back straightaway. Looks like they single follow each other out. As Donnie Keck now looking inside of Casey Ellis. Keck got to slide up in front of Ellis, and Ellis they're looking inside now. Here comes Bobby Blowers behind Donnie Kite. Go back up to the lead pack as here comes Cole Snyder on the outside lane as Giovanni Klein looking for that race lead, and Josh Arnold closes the door on Klein. Klein gonna get run off for 2, gonna get a shove from Snyder as again Josh Arnold defending that bottom lane. I think he really just prefers that bottom out in front with the clean air. It's working well so far for that 22 machine. As here comes Greg Pillar already up to P3. Even with the EOL penalty, he's made his way through the field. As here comes Rodney Ayers pushing Greg Pillar, trying to get by for that 3rd place position on Cole Sander and Lane Myers when you go on the outside lane. Side by side for 3rd place, Snyder and Pillar. Snyder get a little loose off of 2. It looks like he's going to get Pillar some draft here. Down the back straightaway they go. Lane Myers going to cut right in front of Greg Pillar. And he's going to look to the inside of Cole Snyder. Myers going to slide himself off on the 3rd place. And now he's right behind Giovanni Klein. Can he make a move for 2nd place now? Will Snyder work with Myers? Looks like Myers got blocked to the inside lane. As the drivers get a little bit more racy here with 28 laps to go. As Josh Arnold still out in front, controlling this race, even with this big draft, I think everyone should kind of be content right now. As no one really making a move. Giovanni Klein, I think, could have made a move there. So here comes Lane Myers down to the inside lane. He got shoved from Cole Snyder, and he did not want to waste that shove. He's looking to the inside lane of Giovanni Klein. Contact for 2nd. Up the racetrack they go. Giovanni Klein and Lane Myers contacting the 3 and 4. They're still side by side for 2nd. Cole Snyder giving a big shove to Giovanni Klein. Will he make a move down turn 1? He stays behind Josh Arnold. He's been staying behind Josh Arnold for most of this race. At least the 2nd half of the race so far. And I think he's just being content, saving some fuel, running in 2nd place behind the 22 machine. He ran the outside lane through turn 3 and turn 1 and 2. As here he comes now. Will he make a move? No, backs out of it here. So I think he's just content riding around behind Josh Arnold. But here comes Donnie Kite now to the inside lane for 3rd. With him and Cole Snyder now side by side. The Snyder getting some good draft ahead of him Bonnie Klein and Josh Arnold. Johnny Kite falling back down to 6th place. Here comes Jimmy Mink and Rodney Ayers to the top side. Knight spots himself up in the 6th place now, single caught up in front of Rodney Ayers. As again, these top 3 just kind of work together. I think they're pretty much content, just kind of staying 1, 2, 3 right now, and not really battling too much. I mean, Giovanni Klein definitely could have made some moves here through this last 5 or 6 laps, and he just hasn't really. As there he goes, looks to the top side, but Arnold closes the gap, closes the door, and Giovanni Klein is not being overly aggressive. It seems like he's just kind of, like I said, riding around, seeing when these guys what's Arnold's best move and where he's fast on the racetrack. Again, Arnold on the bottom lane, blocking that inside lane. He really likes the inside. That could set up a late race pass here, as Giovanni Klein's kind of learning about what Josh Arnold likes and what he doesn't like. Looks like he just really likes that bottom lane in clean air. Here comes Donnie Kite side by side with Greg Pliller and Cole Sanger, Lane Myers. These two at it again, side by side, as Lane Myers now clears as here comes Giovanni Klein now to the inside of Josh Arnold. At 17 laps to go, it's almost time to pit here. About 3 to 5 laps till these guys pit, as Giovanni Klein going to clear Josh Arnold for first place. As here comes Arnold now, crossover move for first. Arnold off for 2. Oh, Giovanni Klein hard on the outside wall. That's going to slow down big time. He's going to lose a lot of track position, a lot of time. He might even go back all the way out in the 10th place, as Giovanni Klein goes from 1st to 8th, now to 10th. As that just shows one mistake can cost you about 10 positions there. He's down to 8th, and he's going to be down to 7th. He's going to slide himself down to 7th officially. So 7th place goes 1st to 7th goes Giovanni Klein. He's got to regroup himself and try to make him late. Another charge up to the field. But he still has a pit stop here in these next 4 or so laps. Depending on when these guys wants to pit. And I think we're going to see some pit stops really soon here, as we're coming to 15 laps to go this time by. This would be about halfway during their stint. They pitted about 18 laps ago. They went green about 15 laps ago. Looks like no one in the lead pack is going to pit here yet, but they're almost 3 wide for a second. As here comes Greg Pliller, and they are 3 wide now. Here comes Cole Sanger out to the bottom lane for a 2nd place position. Middle is Greg Pliller, outside is Lane Myers. Cole Snyder going to clear Greg Pliller. He slots himself up to 2nd. He's going to try to chase down our race here, Josh Arnold. So we're going to look to the inside now of Cole Snyder. Really tight now, 3 wide for 2nd again. As Arnold down pit lane, our race here again, short pitting. Will that work out for Josh Arnold? No, 3 wide out for the race lead. Lane Myers puts himself on the outside wall. And now Cole Snyder takes the race lead, as he defended really well from Greg Pliller and Lane Myers. That's 14 laps to go. Cole Snyder, now your race here, side by side with Greg Pliller. And there's Giovanni Klein. He didn't lose a lot of time. He's up to 4th place right now, looking for that race lead again. As Cole Sanger down pit lane here. We saw Cole Sanger, Josh Arnold pit early in the first stage. How will that work out here with 13 laps to go? Lane Myers now leading the way as Josh Arnold down off of pit lane. He goes 1 lap down. As this front pack now down to 7 cars right now. Rodney Ayers in the back of this pack right here. As Lane Myers, Donnie Kite, side by side. Will Kite down coming down pit lane. No one looks like will come down pit lane this time by in this front pack. All eyes now on Cole Sanger. He's coming off the racetrack, coming off the pits right now. Where will he slot off on this racetrack here behind Josh Arnold? Arnold right there, Gotta clear these guys. Remember, he's on newer tires. He's gonna be about 2 seconds quicker, it looks like, than these guys in the front packet. But it looks like Cole Snyder comes out in front of Josh Arnold. This is the battle for the race lead currently. Once this cycles all the way out with 12 laps to go, we don't get a late race caution. As here comes Lane Myers down pit lane. Clips the grass on the entry a little bit. Ryan Ayer is also down pit lane. As Donnie Kite now your race here. Here comes Giovanni Klein. He's looking for his race lead back after hitting the outside wall. And will he get through turn 1 and 2? Here comes Bobby Blauer. He's going to give Giovanni Klein a shove through turn 1 and 2. As now side by side for the race lead. Giovanni Klein, Donnie Kite, side by side. The Klein gonna slot in behind Kite right now. As again, these drivers on newer tires are gonna be about 2 seconds quicker than their race leaders. The last time by the race leaders, Donnie Kite ran a 41.4. Josh Allen ran a 39.6. As here comes Bobby Blowers down pit lane, Donnie Kite down pit lane. Looks like Kite might have. He really checked up on entry. I don't know if he sped down pit lane, but it was very close for that 2 machine. Got really good pit entry though, if he didn't. But Giovanni Klein now our race leader with 10 laps to go. Leonard Williams lap car has fresher tires though. As there's Lane Myers ahead behind him and Ryan Ayer is ahead right there. As Josh Arnold way ahead of these drivers. Josh Arnold, Cole Snyder, short pitting, remember. They're about 4 lap fresher 3-4 lap fresher tires than Rodney Ayers, who is right now the freshest tires on the field with him and Lane Myers. There's a bunch of other drivers on pit lane. Jimmy Mink has almost some contact between Jimmy Mink and Giovanni Klein down pit lane as Mink got around Klein right there. Nick Capiak behind those 2 drivers there. Let's take a look at that one. Looks like Giovanni Klein contacting Casey Ellis. He has also fresher tires. It looks like Giovanni Klein kind of a late call down pit lane. Almost contact between him and Jimmy Mink possibly as Nick Capiak also made contact. It looked like those drivers just drifting down into the gears, really messing them up. As it looks like Giovanni Klein, fuel only for him, 6.7 second pit stop. That's gonna be an interesting strategy. Here comes Bobby Blowers around, as he also took fuel only during his pit stop. Cole Snyder, not too far behind though, as I don't know if that was the right strategy because Cole Snyder only about 2 seconds back from Bobby Blowers. Him and Josh Allen on fresh tires. Donnie Kite coming off turn 2 right now. Catch up with Giovanni Klein. That's Pacey Wydron now your race here for now, but he's down pit lane. Him and Nathan Aleman sliding through his pit box, spinning out. We saw that during the stage caution there, as he's struggling through his pit box right now as he finally gets it going. Pacey Wydron down pit lane. As we'll see where our leaders cycle out. Bobby Blowers now your race leader. He won Homestead, he won Phoenix, and he won here at Michigan with 8 laps to go. He has old tires right now. Can he hold off Cole Snyder and Josh Arnold? You kind of see how fast Cole Snyder has been. He caught about 1.2 seconds last time by. I just don't think Bobby Blowers has enough tire in it to hold off our race leaders with 7 laps to go, as they're already to his back bumper there. And they're working together. Bobby Blowers goes to go inside the block there. Last ditch effort. And I don't think it'll be for much as they blow by him down the back on the outside lane. As like I said, Cole Snyder, Josh Arnold, probably the fastest 2 drivers in the racetrack here. As Giovanni Klein also was really quick, but it looks like Giovanni Klein already down to 10th place after his tire strategy there. That fuel only stop. Also, Greg Fuller taking 2 tires only. Looks like 10-second pit stop for the 32 machine. We'll see how that plays out. So a lot of tire strategy involved in this race so far. But I think the race lead is really, the race one's going to come out of Cole Snyder and Josh Arnold. These 2 drivers have been out front all night long. And it's going to come out of these guys with 6 laps to go. Can Arnold get around Cole Snyder? And how big of this, if these guys can battle really hard, that could allow Greg Fuller, Johnny Kite, Rodney Ayers, Lane Myers, and Nick Capiak to catch up to these drivers, as they're only about 3 seconds back from our race leaders. And they have fresher tires and about 4 tenths quicker last time by. We can take a quick look at this one. right now. See, slowly but surely they're catching up to Cole Snyder, and like I said, Josh Arnold, Cole Snyder battle it out late in this race. That could allow the second pack to catch up a lot. So let's see how much they gain this time by 6/10 this time. I mean, at this rate, they're gonna catch him here with comes to the white flag. This could be a turn into 7-8 car battle for this race lead. But first, they gotta get around Bobby Blowers ahead of him. The gap now down to 2.2 seconds between Greg Pillar and Cole Snyder. This one's going to be interesting here. With coming to 4 laps to go this time by, the gap now down to 1.9 seconds. This time by, as Greg Pillar getting passed by Lane Myers, as they're kind of checking each other up now here. As they're caught up to Bobby Blowers, who has older tires. Lane Myers is the first one to get around. Oh, but Greg Pillar stuck behind Bobby Blowers on the older tires. And this checked up the second pack quite a bit, and there goes a little bit of time here. They're down to 1.8 seconds. Now they're up down to 2 seconds now as they continue the battle here for a third place position. And if these guys work together, they have a chance. It's very slim, but they do have a chance at getting the battle for the race win. As now they're down to 1.8 seconds from our race leaders. You see the gap there. Josh Allen, Lane Myers is going to change throughout the field as depending on who's behind him. But coming to 2.5 laps to go here. Good between Josh Arnold and Cole Snyder, as there's a pack chasing behind them, a pack of 5 or 6 behind them, chasing these drivers down. 2 laps to go, 4 miles to decide the race to win. Cole Snyder and Josh Arnold, they will follow out right now, trying to work together, trying not to allow this pack behind to catch them. Now the pack down to 1 second. It's going to be really close here. 1.5 laps to go. Nick Kapiak, Donnie Kite trying to chase down these top 2 and make it a 4-car battle for the race to win. Through turn 3 and 4. Will we make it to the white flag this time by? It looks like we will, as Cole Snyder going to lead us to the white flag this time by 1 more lap to go. Decide this race win here at Michigan. Cole Snyder, Josh Arnold 1 and 2. But Nick Kapiak not too far behind, half a second behind. Up the outside wall he goes, right in the outside wall. Can he get a run off of turn 2 to make this race? To get his win here today at Michigan. Down the back straight they go. Snyder in control right now. Arnold not really gaining enough time. But here goes Kapiak. Can he make a late race lunge? Off for turn 4. Doesn't look like he will. Arnold up the racetrack to block him. But off of turn 4, Cole Snyder with a win here at Michigan as they're side by side for second. And it looks like Arnold will get second and Nick Kapiak third. But Cole Snyder holds off a charging Nick Kapiak and Josh Arnold to pull off the win here at Michigan. And man, I think if those drivers didn't battle behind them, they had a chance at this race win. But what a win here for Cole Snyder as he gets it done here at Michigan. It's going to be his first win of the season. And Josh Arnold second, Nick Kapiak third. Cole Snyder. Got burnt down here on the front straightaway. A well-deserved win. And it's his second win here in the Bolt Racing League. He's gonna park it here on the front straightaway in Victory Lane. As what a win it was for Cole Center. We'll be interviewing our top 3 finishers right after the break.
Push past all the pain that you're going through. It won't last if you move how you wanna move. Get lost in the work that you gotta do to be someone better. You can grow into something new. I could be anything that I set my mind to. I do what I need, I can push right through. Fight through those things that are holding me back from the life that I like to have. I'm like, give me time, I'll be just fine. You thought I was worth leaving behind? You're out of your mind. I'll come back better than ever, no matter Watch out, you fear me now. I can get real mean. I can get real green, got me hulking now. I don't forget those things, don't hear me loud. I focus on myself, I focus on my health. The greatest revenge is building up yourself. Your life and your drive, building up your wealth. Becoming something better than you've ever felt. If you got dreams that you're chasing, the fear in your life, stand up and face it. Ain't nobody coming to help, you're all alone in this world, in this life, embrace it. I know it might seem hard, it might seem tough, it may sound rough, but this state of mind will get you through a lot of stuff and keep you accountable to stay strong when it's tough. No help, I do it by myself, couldn't even tell it, I've been through well. But on the other side came a soldier, much bolder, standing broad shoulders. Step aside and give me the controller, I came here to win, I don't lose, high roller. I wanna be the best in the game, yeah I came to play and invest, stay colder.
As we're back here live at Michigan International Speedway, we're going to speak to our racer right here, Cole Snyder, down in the victory lane. Oh, Cole, you got a copy?
Hey, what's up, brother?
What's up? Getting the win here tonight at Michigan. You had a great pit stop strategy there late in the race, paying around halfway through your green flag stint there. Talk us through pitting there. You were actually the only driver down pit lane when you pitted. Were you kind of nervous there, not pitting with anyone with the draft or whatnot, or how was your strategy there?
We learned from the first stage. I think Josh Pitt a lap before me. I pit a lap after him, so we knew where we would come out together. But yeah, we just wanted to go out here and just run fast and have fun. I know there was a lot of fuel saving, and it was right on the cusp if you can make it or not. And we just said we're gonna run it full, and we committed to our lap. Josh pit a lap before me because I couldn't get in there, so I had to stay another lap. So just that one lap fresher tires was able to keep me in front of him. But yeah, we saw the pack closing in. We were staring at our relative, and it came down to thank God we didn't have one more lap.
Oh yeah, it was a very close finish between you guys. Second pack was really coming very quickly, and also one thing though, you hold off Josh there at the end there. Was kind of due to you said the new tires, but also the dirty air. I mean, Josh led most of this second half of the race out in front. So do you think clean air kind of helped you there, or was it mostly just tires?
Yeah, the clean air for sure. You get a little tight when you're right on a guy's back bumper, so you push a little more, you're gonna burn some right front. And me just getting out in front of him, I think he said he slid through his box maybe or something. But if that didn't happen, we could have been flip flopped, and I probably wouldn't have been able to pass him. So I think that played to effect. Just being in the lead, I was able to save a little more tire, and I had the lap fresher tires. But man, that pack was hauling the mail. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, definitely. And anyone to thank for tonight's one?
Yeah, thanks everyone for broadcasting. Everyone who runs this thing. Teammates Josh Arnold, Giovanni Klein, Nate Lamy came out here to run. It was fun racing with those guys, and just happy to be here. Thanks again.
Okay. Congrats on your race win here tonight at Michigan.
Appreciate it, brother.
That was Cole Snyder, your race winner here tonight. You're being second place, Josh Arnold. He rounds himself off in the second place here. Hello, Josh. You got a copy?
I do.
Late in that race, you were trying to get round Cole Snyder there, and was it just due to the dirty air or tire wear that you just couldn't get around that 24 machine?
Oh, of course, you know that clean air is very ultra important now, and so him having that and us working together after the pit stop, it was whoever came out in front there at the end was going to be in front. We weren't going to side draft or anything slow us down, and as you can tell, if we wouldn't have worked together, they would have caught us. That would have been the white flag lap, the checkered flag right there, and that would have been a fun last lap for the broadcast. But no, just right strategy. Took 4 tires, and barely somehow made it work to get to talk to you.
Nice. Barely got second place. It was very close between you and Nick Happy. Come off of 4 there. Anyone like thank for tonight's good run?
Thank Cole and Giovanni. They led some laps. We were up there. We were trying to work the same strategy. I think Giovanni had something go wrong there at the end, but he led a lot of laps. But thank you to the admins, the broadcast, and yeah, just overall fun tonight.
Congrats on your second place finish. You led quite a bit of laps here tonight at Michigan, also. So, top.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, you did a really good tonight.
Appreciate it. See y'all next week.
See ya. That was Josh Arnold in second place here tonight at Michigan. We're bringing our third place, Nick Hapiak, running himself off in third, and like I said, like Cole Snyder said, did one more lap. Nick Hapiak probably in victory lane right now, but talk to him right here. Hello, Nick. You got a copy? Hey, Nick. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Going pretty well. Almost got to the top 2 right there. If you had basically half a lap more, would have got by them, but gonna do it in time. But one thing I wanted to talk about was you were able to save enough fuel the first half of the race before the stage. Talk us through that and how big of a challenge was that trying to save as much fuel as you could. I think you actually ran out maybe um during the caution laps there.
I definitely did. She was dry. No, first thing I gotta say is thank you to Tristan for pushing me down the backstretch under caution, because if it wasn't for that, I would have been been screwed. I was only going like 55 when he got to me, and I still had like a mile and a half to go. So big thanks to him. Congrats to Cole on the win. But yeah, it was rough. I didn't think I really wasn't trying to save for about the first 6 or 7 laps. I mean, I was saving tires, but I wasn't saving fuel. Um, and then I noticed that a lot of the big hitters were falling to the back like faster than I was. And I'm like, okay, well, they're doing more than saving tires, so they're going to try to stretch it. So I kind of joined their strategy late. um, and it almost bit me, but it worked out. I think I ended up P3, I think, in the stage. So I mean, I was able to salvage some stage points where I definitely wouldn't have got any if I would have pitted. But no, the end of that race, it we had a line of cars back there, and we were really tracking them down. I know Cole and Josh pitted pretty early in the second half of the race. I think they pretty much cut it in half. But I decided to run it out a little longer because I've gotten beat by people that run it out longer than me, Casey. But it worked. But our train, our train kind of started falling apart with about 5 to go. Everybody got a little too antsy and tried to race, and I feel like if we would have stayed together for maybe one and a half more laps, we really would have been able to pounce on them and got to them as a group rather than as, you know, 1 or 2 cars. But all in all, it's a good race, good points day. All you can ask for is a chance to win, and I had a chance to win tonight and move on to next week.
Yeah, you came in as a points leader, and you had a really good result here in third place with some stage points. Speaking of next week at Sonoma, how are you feeling about the first road course of the season?
Um, I'm not bad at road courses. I think I finished second in all of them last season, but I haven't raced Sonoma on iRacing. That's a lie. I raced it like the week after I got iRacing initially. So it's been like 3 years since I've been on Sonoma. So I really don't know. I'm gonna have to definitely do some extra practice because I'm more of a turn left kind of guy. I'm not a big go up hills, down hills, and turn right kind of guy. So I'll just try to salvage and get the best result I can. Really, just survive.
Well, anyways, congrats on your third place finish here tonight. Anyone would like to thank for tonight's good run?
Rodney and Pacey for putting on the league. You guys for doing the broadcast. Juicy Spider Gaming and Studios. We had both cars out there tonight. Check us out. We're on YouTube and TikTok. Also on Twitter/X, whatever you want to call it. We're pretty excited with some new upcoming graphics we got coming out for the studio side of things. So all in all, it was a good week.
Congrats on your third place finish here tonight at Michigan.
Thank you.
That was Nick Hapiak running yourself off in the third place here tonight. We'll take a quick rundown of your race order. Second. After 6 laps, had no caution other than a stage caution. So 6 laps in total, 20 miles, I guess, but Colson rounding off your race win here tonight. And Josh Arnold in second, Nick Hapiak third, Tommy Kite fourth, Lane Myers fifth, Greg Fuller sixth, Casey Wilder seventh, Rodney Ayers eighth, Jimmy Mink ninth, Bobby Flowers the top 10. Flowers won the first drivers to tire fuel only. I think Greg Fuller took 2 tires only there as pits out there. And he had a chance. He was running third place for quite a bit. But he just kind of struggled back there in 6th place, but still googling through 32 machine. So this Casey Ellis in 11th, Tony Williams are closer 12th, Nathan Lehman 15th, David Ernst 14th, Michael Morgan 15th. First car lap down briefly was involved him and Anderson were involved. Uh, First or second lap, we start shenanigans, crash kind of thing off of 4 there. Kind of cost him quite a bit of time and clearly found himself in the 4th and 6th. Ronnie Klein, 17th last race winner. A bad pit stop and finished 1 lap down in the place there. And Christian Bayer, 5th, 18th. Was a lap down before the stage caution came out and never recouped that lap back. Let's go round out tonight's field of 18 cars. What a race it was here in Michigan, and we saw exciting racing. Overall, it was a fun pack race in Stickhouse. And we see you next week at Sonoma. And the next broadcast will be 8:20 Eastern time for the top 3 racing league. And it'll be a fun one. It's the beginning of the playoffs there at Phoenix on Tuesday, and for Bolt, like I said, Sonoma next week, same time, 9:30 Eastern time. We will see you guys